Hello and welcome to the only Russian alphabet course you will ever need, and I mean it. If you haven't yet, go back and watch the intro video. I highly recommend you start there because this course builds one step at a time. Okay, so let's meet our first group of letters, the silent faces. These two don't actually make a sound themselves. They are completely silent. That's why they're called the silent faces. But don't mistake their silence for weakness. They're very powerful. They're called tвердый знак and мягкий знак, the hard sign and the soft sign. Most people skip over them or treat them as an afterthought, but this puts learners way behind in learning to speak correctly. These two letters aren't just little decorations. They transform the letters around them. And if you ignore them, you end up saying words that are wrong, or worse, inappropriate. I want to explain something that most courses barely explain. Don't worry if it doesn't fully click yet, it'll make sense soon as you watch more videos. Every Russian letter already has a kind of default state. It's either a hard sound, a soft sound, or it can switch depending on the letter that is in front of it. If you think this sounds crazy and too difficult, then listen to this. We actually have this in English too. Take the letter N, say the word no, and then say the word onion. The N that is in between the O and the I in onion turns soft, but in the word no, it's hard. You try it and note the tongue placement for each word. This is what's happening in Russian, but it's much more important. The hard and soft signs just take the letter's default state and switch it. The soft sign takes a letter that wouldn't normally be soft and softens it, and the hard sign takes a letter that is supposed to be softened by the letter in front of it and separates it from that letter so that it is no longer made soft. Keep that in mind because now I'm going to show you how they work. So we're going to start mastering them now. Meet the stone man tвердый знак, the hard sign. He silently plops down between two letters, a consonant behind and a vowel in front. Tвердый знак forms a stone barrier between the two letters. He hardens the sound of the consonant before him and separates the vowel from it. Let's look at this one word as an example. You don't need to memorize this word. This is just to help familiarize you with the sounds. Listen to my husband saying this word.
Объект.
Now listen to how this word sounds without tвердый знак blocking the way.
Объект.
The first word means object. The second word doesn't mean anything. That is not a word in Russian. Listen again.
Объект. 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 Объект.
Do you hear the difference? Try to repeat it.
Объект. 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 Объект.
If you don't hear the difference yet, it's okay. You will. That's why I'm introducing you to this now instead of later. Now let's learn to write it. Make sure you have your free printable worksheet that I gave you in the last video so that you're practicing these correctly. Here's the print version of the tвердый знак. Let's write it. And here's the cursive version. Let's write it too. This is how you write it in cursive. There's no uppercase. It's always in lowercase, like this. And it will never appear at the beginning of a word. Make sure you write at least one line of the tвердый знак across your paper. Okay, now let's meet мягкий знак, or the soft sign. You are going to see this one a lot, but don't worry, we'll practice with almost every lesson. This little sign changes the letter that comes before it. When it touches the letter, it softens it. It makes it more gentle sounding. I couldn't hear the difference at first. To Russian people, the soft sign gives a completely different sound to the letter. If you can't hear the difference, that's totally normal. Don't stress. Your ears will adjust with time and practice. Let's try this word. The little мягкий знак fairy flies in and she doesn't say a word. She gently places her hand on the letter and softens it. Let's listen to Victor say this word.
Роль.
Now listen to the word without the мягкий знак.
Ролл.
Again, the first word is a word meaning role, as in the role an actor plays in a movie. But the second word is not a word in the Russian language at all. Don't worry about memorizing the word though. This is just practice to hear the sounds. So let's listen to these words together again and try to copy the sounds.
Роль, ролл, роль, ролл, роль, ролл.
Do you hear the difference? Don't worry if you still can't. You will. Okay, now let's learn to write the Miyaki znak. Here's the print version, and here's how we write it. And here's the cursive. This one is also never capitalized and never at the beginning of a word. You only need to know the lowercase form. I'm not going to write the letters attached to words today because we'll get plenty of practice writing these attached to words in future lessons, which is actually a really important thing to learn. By the way, reading and writing are very important, but it's equally important to listen and speak, so I've made a podcast for extra practice for each lesson. I have them here and on Spotify. So now you met our magical silent faces, the strong stone man Tvrdy znak and the gentle fairy Miyaki znak. Do you see why it's so important to learn the Tvrdy znak and the Miyaki znak? If you skip them, then you aren't speaking correctly, and you risk saying the wrong thing entirely. You're already way ahead of most people learning Russian, because now you know how powerful these two are. In our next lessons, we're going to learn some very friendly faces of the Russian alphabet. They look and sound just like their English counterparts. If this video helped you, please make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of the videos in the course. We are just getting started meeting all of the characters. I'll see you in the next video.